Hello there, my fellow mighty movie maniacs. Welcome to MoviesMerica. So today we are going to unbox a rather sinister new invention, a toy. We're going to get all dolled up here for today's movie review. So stay tuned to see what it is.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by MoviesMerica.
Okay, everybody. Hey, again, welcome to the latest MoviesMerica episode. I'm always psyched, always gigged that you guys could join me here today, tonight, whenever you are listening to this, all right? So welcome on in here again. I am your humble host, Van Ebert. And today, our movie is all about a story of a programmed, inhuman, hostile, cold character. I know, I thought the same thing, but no, it's not a biopic of Meghan Markle. Okay, it's not. It's the movie known as M3GAN, or M3GAN, because that's how the title looks like, M3GAN. So, yeah. You know, do with that what you will. Now, the synopsis of M3GAN is that it's all about this brand new AI robot that's actually a child's toy. So it's a little girl, a doll, basically. And it's supposed to be like, you know, my buddy or kid sister, you know, like those toys from back in the 80s and 90s, I think. You know, if you're like Generation Z or a millennial, you probably have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, there was like these toys called My Buddy and Kid Sister, and it's just a doll to be exactly that, you know, your buddy, your kid sister. And so the Child's Play movies took full advantage of that. So that's why this movie, M3GAN, is inevitably going to get comparisons to that. But so it's all about this android doll toy for little girls, and Allison Williams plays the inventor of this. And it starts off innocently enough where they're trying to invent this to distribute to bring joy and happy times to the little girls around the world, right? And Allison Williams has a niece, a little girl niece that she can try M3GAN out on. And the reason that the niece is in the picture is because, sadly, her niece, Katie is her name, Katie's parents were tragically killed in a car accident. And so that leaves Allison Williams' character of Gemma, her aunt, of course, as the guardian. And so that's the synopsis of the movie, and obviously it goes into further places than that, hence, you know, the reason for having the movie and all the mayhem that you see in the M3GAN trailer. And the reason it's called, the doll is called M3GAN, M3GAN, is it stands for Model 3 Generative Android. But it's causing all kinds of havoc. It's playing hell with, people like me when you're doing a YouTube video, you know, and you're trying to, for search engine optimization, SEO, you're like, do I put the title of M3GAN for my podcast, my YouTube video, my Rumble video, or do I put MEGN? Because who's searching for M3GN? Am I right? So, and another thing about this movie here, because M3GAN obviously goes around and she is, going on a killing streak and just turns evil. And she's got the strength to do that. And one of the questions I had about the movie is, why did they make this doll meant for little girls to be so strong? I mean, did they give it a hyper alloy endoskeleton like the T-800 on the Terminator movies? Like, what's that all about? Riddle me that, Batman. All right, everybody. Hey, I just want to take this opportunity to ask you so nicely, with much respect, but about 25% groveling, to like this video if you would, okay, and subscribe to this channel if you would. That would be fantastic. You'd be doing me a solid, and I am dedicated to bringing you a lot more content. Now, it's not just going to be movie reviews, okay? I love giving you movie reviews and giving you the information to arm you to decide whether or not you should go see a movie, and you liking my videos and subscribing to the channel helps me do that for you, okay? And bringing you a unique type of movie review, because God knows there's 7.3 million movie review shows out there, okay? So how do I differentiate myself from them? Well, you know, like I said, this is a home of ice cold brews, not just movie reviews, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. For right now, though, please like this video, subscribe. Excuse me. Apparently, you know what? You can tell I've already had some of those brews, okay? So, all right. But yeah, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic. Now, inevitably, this movie, like I mentioned before, is going to get compared to Chucky and the Child's Play movies, okay? Now, it's much more, or M3GAN is much more advanced than Chucky, okay? Because particularly in the first Child's Play movies, the first one came out in 1988. So that Chucky doll was simply a doll, okay? Just a piece of plastic made up like a My Buddy doll, ran on batteries and all that. That just happened to get possessed by the spirit, of a serial killer played by Brad Dourif. And this is, again, like I keep saying, M3GAN is much more advanced because M3GAN is AI technology. They designed her to coalesce or connect with the internet and comm systems and all that. She can connect to anything, I guess, with an IC, with an integrated circuit, is what it sounds like. And she's built to learn and keep learning and read people's emotions and their stress levels and gauge their identity and all that stuff. Chucky ain't doing any of that, all right? So Chucky might as well be a turnip plant laying on the road as far as like capabilities and intelligence compared to M3GAN in this case. Chucky is just straight up murderous, okay? Chucky will just straight up murder your butt, okay? M3GAN will do that, but she is like Cyber9 system. She's Skynet, so to speak, not that advanced, but you get the right idea. You get the right idea. Oh, hi. Hey, say hello to my friend here. Yeah, this is a little office party brew, and this is the part of the review where I do the review of the ice cold brew. And so today we have got some office party brew here. Now, I know it's after Christmas, I know it's after the holidays, but apparently somebody whose name rhymes with can forgot to offload all his holiday brew. And so here I have it for you here in January. So a little office party. So look it up, online. You want to see, who brews it and get some more information about office party brew right here. But again, I'm not getting any money from the brewery or anything like that. So I just love mixing two of my loves, reviewing movies. So movie reviews with ice cold brews, in this case, office party, okay? And, as you would imagine with any holiday themed beer, it does have some sweetness to it. It's got like some chocolatey notes. It's got a little bit, like a very slight hint of like cranberry in it. And when I say slight, I mean slight. So don't think like I'm drinking, just some kind of like chocolatey concoction, because it's not that. I wouldn't drink that. I would not drink that. Okay. But yeah, it's pretty good here. Let me take another tug off this because, me talking about it's making me want to drink it. All right. enough of that. But yeah, I will be taking a tug or two or three off of this as we go through the rest of this review for you. Now, this movie does have some pretty decent kills for a PG-13 movie, but I know that there is a R-rated cut out there. They've said as much, and even though the kills are decent, they do. I mean, I couldn't help but think that it would be better if they did have like the blood and the gore and the carnage to this. It would have made M3GAN scarier. I mean, she's creepy in the PG-13 version, but I think that it would have made her scary and more foreboding if they would have shown like the full effect of her murderous rage, that kind of thing, and not pulled the camera away, which you can tell that they do in this movie. And, like I said, they do have, it's been confirmed there's an R-rated cut of this. And the director of this movie said that he thinks that the PG-13 version makes M3GAN scarier, but I can't help but think that he's just saying that because he's a company man and they're saying what they have to say to make sure they get, more butts in seats for the PG-13 rated version of M3GAN. And obviously, as we all know, the reason that you take an R-rated movie and you water it down so that it gets the PG-13 rating is so more people can see it, right? And so that's more moolah, right? More money, right? You're not necessarily doing it to enhance the creation, right? To enhance the imagination, or the product that the filmmakers are putting out there, right? It's just pure, financial reasons. That's what it's all about. But I really hope that they do come out with the R-rated version someday so that myself and everybody can judge for themselves which one's the better version. My money is going to be on the R-rated version. And now one thing that I did hear is that sources that have seen the R-rated version say, for example, the way that it's gorier and more brutal is M3GAN's boss, or not M3GAN's, Gemma's boss at the toy company. He gets killed in the movie. So I'm mild spoilers. One guy gets that I'm telling you gets killed in the movie. Okay, and his kill is kind of bloody. Okay, but in the R-rated version, they show, okay, it turns out that M3GAN outright just clean cut his head all the way off. Okay, beheaded the guy, and he throws the head to his assistant, who's in an elevator. So his assistant's in an elevator. The elevator doors open up, and M3GAN throws the decapitated head of his boss to him in the elevator. So gorier and bloodier and more graphic, than in this PG-13 version. So that's just a little taste, just a little example of what we may be able to see in the future if they do us a solid and give us the R-rated version for us to check out. Not that I'm normally worried about this or really call attention to it much, but given that it's a PG-13 movie, usually with PG-13 movies, you get a gift card allotted to the filmmakers for one F-bomb to be redeemed at your pleasure at whatever part of the movie you want, throughout the run of the movie, right? You get one F-bomb gift card to redeem at your leisure, at your pleasure throughout the movie. And so M3GAN takes full advantage of that. They drop an F-bomb in this movie. And I have to say, it's one of the more well-placed F-bombs in a PG-13. I mean, you only get one. And so don't waste that F-bomb. Use it, in a place where you get full effect out of it. And they do put it in a spot that makes it incredibly. I thought it was funny, okay, and it was well placed. And the F-bomb is dropped by this little kid, okay, and this little kid is just I call him a little kid, but he's probably like junior high or something like that, or high grade school, and the kid's a little punk, and you find out more about him, and something may or may not happen to the old F-bomb dropper, but I got to say, I just wanted to note that, M3GAN does a master stroke in where they place their one F-bomb they get for the entire movie. Now, as we know in the Child's Play movies, Chucky, he has some really great one-liners, when he's going around. He doesn't just kill. He kills with the comedy first, and then he'll, cut your head off or stab you in the neck or something like that, But, at least when you get killed by Chucky, he's going to make you laugh before you go meet your maker, okay? I mean, so you're going to go out of this world laughing, when it comes to Chucky. So he's got some good one-liners. But I have to hand it to M3GAN. M3GAN's got some biting wit as well, okay? She'll make you ha-ha before she homicides you, okay? And so she has a nice little kind of a ha-ha moment, at least according to me, when she makes a little dig at feminism to Allison Williams' character in this movie, because Allison Williams' character's name is Gemma. And Allison Williams' Gemma character, she's like the quintessential career woman, she's just, all worried about just her career, her job, and advancing, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not knocking on that. If a woman wants to make that priority number one, by all means, as long as they don't knock on a woman that decides to stay at home and be a stay-at-home mom, as long as there's that mutual respect, right? Career woman wants to be a career woman. The stay-at-home mom shouldn't talk trash about her. If a stay-at-home mom wants to be at home with her kids, and it's possible, the career woman should not be talking trash about the stay-at-home mom, right? So it should be a mutual respect, right? But M3GAN does take a dig at feminism in this, and the reason I don't mind the dig of feminism is because a lot of feminists, they aren't. It's not enough for them to be happy that they're feminist, right? It'd be one thing if they were like, I'm a feminist, I'm proud of it. Anybody can just be whatever they want. I choose to be a feminist. But as we all know, feminists don't have the mentality. Feminists have the mentality, I'm a feminist, and you suck for not being a feminist. And if you're not a feminist, you're terrible, and you're rotten, So that's their attitude, as opposed to just being, hey, I'm a feminist, but hey, you guys do what you want. That's not their mentality. So because feminists are like that, and hence their nickname feminazis, whenever a movie takes a dig at feminism, oh yeah, I'm right on board. But so M3GAN points out to Allison Williams, when Allison Williams lets her shut her down because, M3GAN has just gone out and killed a bunch of people. So understandably, Allison Williams wants to shut her down and decommission her, right? And M3GAN, she ain't having that, okay? So she's like, well, have me around. I can look after Katie, your niece, and, you can go back to concentrating on what you actually really care about. You, and you alone. You don't have to worry about pretending to care for a child. No, you can go back to caring what you really care about, you and yourself. And I was like, wow. That's not subtle. That's not subtle right there, But, and I could see some people getting ticked off like, whoa, wait, hey, that's not right. Screw you, M3GAN. But I personally thought it was hilarious. Now, you'll notice that this movie does borrow from other movies, obviously most notably Child's Play that I've already mentioned here. But at the climax of this movie, you will be hard-pressed not to notice that it does borrow from Aliens, okay? Particularly Sigourney Weaver playing Ripley in Aliens, and even more specifically at the end, the climax where she's getting into the, the loader, the robot loader, and she's trying to get the, the mother alien away from Newt. And so there's a scene kind of reminiscent of that in this, but and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know the scene. But it's, so yeah, like I said, it borrows a lot from from some other movies. It's one other thing that it does is it does have a kind of a sense of humor to it. It's not too serious, It's not trying to be The Exorcist or anything like that, but It does, but it doesn't borrow so much where it pretty much is a carbon copy of anything else. It kind of weaves it in. And obviously at this point, we're in 2023. Movies have been around for over 100 years. You make any kind of movie, chances are you're bound to, like, something in your movie is going to be a copy of something else, right? It's going to be perceived as borrowing from another movie. But yeah, so just main point there is that, yeah, at the end I thought, aliens? Okay, everybody. Hey, if you happen to just be listening to MoviesMerica and you're on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, feel free to give it a 5-star rating, okay? I believe on those 3 services you can give a star rating. And so, yeah, feel free to give it 5 stars there. If you would, that would be fantastic. Now, I do know on Apple Podcast, if you zip all the way down to the bottom of all the podcast episodes, that's where the 5 stars are at. And there's also a write a review button there as well. So, yeah, go ahead and click on that button. It's for exactly what it says, writing a review. And the review can be like just a few little words, It can be very pithy, very brief. It doesn't have to be War and Peace, okay? You don't have to write a Stephen King novel, okay, unless you want to. But, yeah, I mean, that's your place to let me know what you would appreciate me doing, maybe some stuff I shouldn't be doing, that you think would enhance the show. I want to make this show better for you, okay? And I can't know everything, right? I mean, I can't think of every single way to make the show better, and so I'm completely open to suggestions, and I have confidence that you guys have some great ideas. So, yeah, shout them out at me through writing a review. Also, you can reach me on Twitter and Instagram under MoviesMerica or at MoviesMerica. I'm on Facebook under MoviesMerica as well. And, yeah, just reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you guys, okay? Try to, reply to as many as I possibly can because I was on your side of it, right? I still am. On your side of communicating with content creators, and I like it when they get back to me. Right, I love it when they respond back to me and having that two-way communication. So yeah, that's where you can do it. All right, hey, let's continue on with the show. Now, I have to say that I have to put Allison Williams in the Tessa Thompson group of actors that pretty much have the emoting skills of a saltine cracker. Okay. Tessa Thompson is memed and ridiculed, rightfully so, because her expressions are just stoic and stone-faced, and you can't tell the difference between whether, when she's shocked or sad or melancholy or euphoric. She just always has a look on her face like she's on the verge of rolling her eyes, And Allison Williams is just so bland, and she just kind of seems like she's just kind of going through the motions in this. I've never really been impressed with her acting ability. Now, that may change down the road. Maybe she'll improve. Maybe she'll go the inverse direction of her dad, because her dad is Brian Williams, formerly of NBC Nightly News, until he got caught lying his butt off, and then he got fired and got shipped down to MSNBC, and now he's not even there anymore. So his career was way up here. Then he got caught lying his butt off, and his career went. Well, now Allison's career is down here as far as her acting ability. So maybe she'll change it one day, and she'll go up here. Her acting ability be right up here. But for right now, Allison Williams is a proud member of the Tessa Thompson Zero Emotion Acting Club. M3GAN definitely does have some good social commentary, good in my opinion, about the absence of parenting, particularly if you were to give your child a toy like M3GAN, okay? Because, M3GAN, if you're not careful, can take the place of you as a parent, in this hypothetical M3GAN movie world. And so it's warning about. Here, it's kind of an allegory for the world we live in right now, like making sure that you don't let, an iPad do your parenting for you, or you don't just have your kids, get babysat by an electronic babysitter just because it's easier on you and it's easier than being a parent and being hands-on. And so the character of Katie, the little girl that pairs with M3GAN, the way that she responds to M3GAN, where M3GAN is so advanced and could do so many more instantly cool things than her aunt Gemma can do, and M3GAN clearly spends more time with Katie, and it's clear that M3GAN would protect Katie in any way under every circumstance. And Katie, the little girl, can sense this, right? And so she bonds with M3GAN because she knows that M3GAN is bonded with her. But that's the kind of bond that a parent should have with the child, right? Okay. I mean, I don't care. Well, I'm not a parent myself, so I was about to go down like a sermon. I was going to sermonize. I'm not going to do that. Okay, that's not my place. I don't have kids, but I would think that just common sense, even with not being a parent, anybody who's even not a parent knows, okay, well, a parent should parent, and a parent should make a kid feel like my mom, my dad thinks I'm the most important thing in their life, and they don't just tell me that, they show me that, okay? There's someone that I can always talk to. There's someone that I know is going to protect me, keep me safe, and is going to provide, shelter and food for me and all that. A child, there should never be a doubt in a child's mind that their parent is going to do that. And so this movie warns about making sure that you don't let technology get in the way of that bond that you could be creating, and that you could be creating a bond with your kid that makes them a better person, in life later on, and allows them to have, or enables them to have a better life for themselves in the future. If you just turn off the iPad right now, show some parental discipline, and, set some screen time and all that, and actually spend time with this little you. Okay. Hey, everybody, again, if you would like this video, that would be fantastic. And if you would subscribe to this channel, that would be splendiferous, okay? I would definitely appreciate that, all right? So you would give me that warm, fuzzy feeling inside if you were to do that exact same thing, okay? Like the video, subscribe to this channel. Feel free to comment as well down there. I mean, let me know what you thought about this movie. Let me know what you thought about M3GAN. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me, spare no details. Let me know what you did like about it. Let me know what you didn't like about it. That kind of thing. Again, and the comments are another great place to let me know what I could do to make these episodes, more entertaining to you. So, but again, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This movie is definitely self-aware of what it is, okay? And it knows, like I mentioned before, it knows it's not The Exorcist. It knows it's not The Conjuring. It's not Rosemary's Baby, okay? It's not trying to be a super serious horror film, and it doesn't take itself so seriously. It knows what it is, okay? It knows that it's a creepy kind of horror movie, but with, some levity, some humor with it. And you can tell that by the dialogue between the co-workers at the company that Gemma works at, okay? Because, her boss is like this major ball buster, and is like, hey, I want this on my desk, by 8:30, and I want this done, and you've got this project deadline, and, that kind of boss, he's just, he's hyperventilating all the time. He's wired way too tight, and he's got like the spineless, wimpy, little twerpy assistant, always following him around. And then Gemma's got her team, around her, a couple of coworkers on her team that they're helping her with creating M3GAN and that kind of thing. And just the interaction between them is just kind of funny, And the boss, like I said, he is just kind of cartoonishly, kind of cartoonishly, kind of ball busting and that kind of thing. And it's just kind of very funny. He's kind of got the maniacal Bond villain kind of vibe going on, and so yeah, it's just over the top, kind of comically, but yeah, the movie is as long as you know going into the movie that's what it is. I think you'll enjoy the movie that much more. So you think you can dance? Well, apparently M3GAN thinks she can dance. Okay, and M3GAN's dance moves in this movie that more likely than not you've seen it in the trailer. That's one of the featured parts of the trailer, and her dancing before she starts the killing. Is become the thing of memes, okay? And I think that might be part of the reason why M3GAN actually made its money back in its very first weekend. So I'm recording this like right after M3GAN's first weekend out, and I think its budget was like $30 million, and it made $30 million in this first weekend. Now, probably didn't quite make its budget back, because you have to factor in marketing, that kind of thing. So that's going to be another additional amount of money right there. But if it's making back like its production budget in the first weekend, I mean, it's gonna close up the rest of that money, and it's gonna make itself a little hefty profit from this. I mean, it's kind of the surprise of 2023 so far. So getting back to M3GAN's dance moves, okay, like I said, it's the subject of many memes on the internet, particularly on TikTok, and so you wouldn't be surprised. Well, there are definitely videos of grown, bearded men dressed up as M3GAN on TikTok doing the M3GAN dance moves right there. Now, I know, I was as shocked as anyone to hear that not so intellectual content such as this was on TikTok, because I know when I think of TikTok, I think of like the electronic version of the Library of Congress. Very intellectual, very academic. TikTok is like the bastion of higher society and of high character and quality. All right, so M3GAN is, all in all, it's a pleasant surprise for a PG-13 Blumhouse horror movie released in January, okay? And so I'd say it's a good enough movie to get all dolled up and head out to the theaters to go check out M3GAN right there. Now, I don't know if you would bring the kids. I thought it was kind of funny. When I went there, the theater was crawling with little kids. I mean, parents were bringing their little kids to this. So I don't know if like their parents like just kind of glance at the trailer like, oh, hey, look at this heartwarming movie about this girl doll bonding with this little girl. Oh, I should bring little Aiden, Jaden, and Braden to go see M3GAN right here. Looks like a good heartwarming family film. It is not that. Okay, so I probably wouldn't bring the kids to this, but in the interest of full disclosure, I didn't see any of the kids crying during the movie, or I didn't see any of them look like they're fresh and ready for the nearest child psychiatrist. Okay, so they've probably seen a whole lot worse. All right, nowadays in today's kids, they've probably seen a whole lot worse than this movie right there. But personally, if I was a parent, I wouldn't bring my kid to this. Okay, all right, I'd wait till they're at least 28. Okay, maybe not that old, but all right. So, hey, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, check out Office Party Beer. Again, not getting any money for it, but I think it's pretty good, so check it out if you like. But again, yeah, like this video, subscribe to this channel. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, give it a 5-star rating, thumbs up, whatever. Also, hit the notification bell here if you're on YouTube. To get instant episodes put into your feed and all that from this channel right here, okay? So, hey, with that, everybody, as I always say, get out there. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves.
Hey, don't leave yet. Hey, you know what? The night is still so young, you didn't get that babysitter for nothing. Come on. It's like only like whatever o'clock, okay? Stay here. And hey, while you're here, subscribe to this channel and like the video if you would, all right? It'd be great, okay? Absolutely. So, and if you do, drinks are on me, all right? Hey, you know what? And while I'm in the asking mood, feel free to watch these videos over here and like them, all right? So, okay, let's do it. Yeah, party time. See ya.